What's wrong with what's poppin'? I say what's poppin' in chat all the time. Hi, what's poppin'? I don't know. I want to do something then just like, hi, just chatting. Come hang out. Kuna, hold on. You won the Soil Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. It's so funny because I feel like you gifted so many subs yesterday. Singer Edenfield's fake LMAO. It is real. But yeah, hi. Sorry for the late stream. This is even I really need to stop saying that because I've just been going live at night lately. I don't know what it is. I'm home. I wasn't home today. So what happened is I did my workout. I had a slow morning. I finished Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Ugh, okay. And then I was like, you know what? I need to get my brows waxed before I go to Japan because I'm gonna be gone for 3 weeks and they were looking crazy. So I was like, let me call my place and see if they can fit me in. Okay. And then can I tell you guys something that happened on this phone call that annoyed me? Tell me if I'm being too annoying. Please tell me if I'm being too annoying, okay? I just assumed it was F1 races and vibes. Listen, I do try and go live at a reasonable time frame because I do try and treat this like it's part of my job. And so I do try and do this with it. I would love to force 9 to 5 work hours on myself. I think that would be healthier than the random vibes, chaotic shit that I do, you know? Now, obviously there's weekend shit within that, okay? But I would like to try and be somewhat more organized, you know? But I call my place and I'm like, hi, do you guys have time for a walk-in today? I'm so sorry, I didn't make an appointment. Yeah, we do. How's 11:30? It was 10:59 at that point, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, that's a little too quick because it's gonna take me a minute to get over there. And they were like, okay, well, we close at 9. And I was like, sometime in the afternoon would be great. Yeah, okay, we close at 9. All right, how about 2? We have a 1:45, and then we don't have one till 3. Why not just tell me that when you heard me say, do you have any openings in the afternoon? So I said the 1:45, and then they later texted me and asked for me to come to the 1:15. It was fine. I walked over there. And then as I was walking back afterwards, it was fine. Funny enough, the girl that was doing my waxing also is going to Japan in a month. So I thought that, so we were talking, so I thought that was really funny. But as I was walking back, I passed a Fantastic Sam's. And I was like, no, Shin, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing and supporting Swell Entertainment. Now we have a hype train again. No trauma trains this time, chat. We're not doing this again. Oh yeah, another hype train. We're not doing a trauma train again. No, it's not that I thought I was in the wrong. I was just like, this is unnecessarily annoying. Yes? It was just, I don't know. Everyone's just as someone who's worked in customer service, I get it. It's a fucking nightmare. And so I don't want to be the person that's hey, do your job. But I don't know. Even on my worst fucking days, I had the reputation for being the nicest person at my baby clothes store. You know, I dealt with the dregs of idiocity, truly, when I worked there. And so I still, is there anything I can help you find? You know, so it was just random and weird. Okay, anything, that appointment goes fine. I go into the, I see the Fantastic Sam's and I was literally that day, this morning, I was looking at my hair and I was my split ends are getting bad. They're getting rough because I'm growing my hair out, but I was should I just go into this? I haven't been to a Fantastic Sam's in literal years. So I walked in, I was like, hi, do you have time for a walk-in? She was like, yeah, sure. And immediately was like, how much do you want? So this trim, I'm annoyed it cost as much as it did because it's Fantastic fucking Sam's, frankly, but I do have long hair. And then she also charged me for styling. And I don't know why you get charged for styling when it literally is just she was like, do you want waves? I was like, no, just drying, it's fine, you know. She was like, do you want product? I was like, sure. So I'm assuming that's where the extra cost. Anyways, I just spent $100 on a wash, dry, and trim. So I should have just gone to my girl, you know, because my girl at least does free trims. So, you know, alas, I supported a business. But I was also I needed a trim and I didn't want to drive to my girl. My girl is far. So I was just not, it's fine. It's blunter, it's shorter than I wanted and it's blunter than I wanted. But this is fine. We got rid of most of the dead hair, so it'll grow out fine. It still looks long on camera like this, but it was It was a little longer. So it's fine. It's a little blunter than I wanted, but it was looking scraggly. So this is fine. I'm going to be filming like fucking crazy in Japan, so it's going to go fine. Also, thank you for the 25 bits. Thank you. Blunter. Yeah, so I have like blunt like at the end. So I have layers and I like fairly long layers so that my hair looks like it has more movement. So it being blunter makes it so that there's less movement, basically. So she did trim some of my layers, but by shortening it as much as she didn't like trim up those other layers. She just chopped off like the bottom layer to the next layer, so it looks like blunter. It looks fuller. It looks healthy. I'm being annoying because I'm annoying, you know? It really is that. And my mid back hair was $100. That's too much for just a wash and trim. Yeah, that's what I was like. Whatever, it's fine. I did it. It's done. The end. The hair will grow. It's fine. My hairstylist will be bleach and dye my rainbow bang for that much money. No, I know. And like my girl is like a private hairstylist salon, which is why it was like, I usually pay even for like a full cut. If I'm doing my full head of hair, cut, wash, dry, whatever. Okay. She'll maybe charge me $75 before tip. It ended up being $100 with like a $10 tip that I tossed on there, which maybe that's too little, but I was annoyed. So, and I do know Fantastic Sam's and Supercuts do a pretty good job of like what percentage of the haircut they give to the stylist. So I was like, it's fine. We can do a trauma trim without the trauma, yes. Virginia. God, when was the last time I was in Virginia? Dude, I don't think I've been to Virginia since I was in middle school. No, I've been to West Virginia. Virginia. Yeah, that was 8th grade. I'm sorry, I have nothing for you. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm going to Suzuka again. I'm very excited. Also, hold on, my lighting. I'm extremely intrigued. I'm also very, you guys, Haas is doing a Godzilla livery for Japan. This was done for me specifically. I'm very excited. The merch, I think, looks ugly, so I will not be buying it, but I'm very excited for the special livery. The merch, the tie-in merch, I'm not gonna buy it. It's ugly. It's too plain. It's not even like 12-year-old boy chic. What the fuck? Thank you for the $6.90. Did you mean to do $6.96? Shawnee, thank you. Did you mean to do that? Thank you. LOL. Okay. I don't know. $6.96 seems like you accidentally hit the button again versus like 69 bits. Like you accidentally did 696 bits. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 420. You gonna throw a 6-7 in there too while you're at it? Was it a field trip to West Virginia? No, West Virginia, I went for the Mothman Festival. Not 6-7 is the Devil Fair. New hairdo, it's just a trim, and it looks, I admit, I think I'm being harsher on this hair, because in the mirror, in the window of a shop that I passed while I was walking back to my apartment, I confused myself for a split second with someone that I hate. It's fine. It's just the way it's styled. Like it's not just like blow dried pin straight. I usually don't blow dry it pin straight, which is the problem. My hair is naturally straight, but this haircut is the exact haircut someone that I hate had in middle school. And I think that's why it's literally stressing me out a little bit. Like, I'll get over it. It will be fine. But like, I look a little bit too much like her, and it's really stressing me out a little bit. Accidental trauma train? No, it's not even accidental trauma train. Because I know how this girl is doing in life, and I'm doing better. No, this girl it's really, okay, I've told this story before. So if you guys, God, I haven't told the story in probably a year or two on here. Time for you to get a perm. Dude, I almost got a perm when I was in middle school. But because a lot of my friends had curly hair, and I have naturally straight hair, and I was like, I feel left out. Bully or popular girl trope? Neither. I guess bully, but she wasn't popular, which is the annoying part. bully, but her parents were best friends with mine. Like, so we were stuck together. It's really funny because pick me maybe. Oh yeah. My dad, whenever I bring this girl up, which I usually don't, but like she comes up from time to time because she does still live in our hometown. So my dad never runs into her. But the line my dad always says, because apparently at some point in middle school, because we were in the same Girl Scout troop, we were going on a Girl Scout trip, and I was annoyed because I was going to a session, and she texted me or something, and I told my dad likes to bring this up because he thinks it's the funniest. He's like, still the funniest line ever is how I got so agitated over her that I was like, listen, if I have to hear how she almost lost her virginity again, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because every time I saw her, she would brag about how she if she wanted to, she almost could have lost her virginity. Every time I saw her. And I was just like, you can't even say the word sex without laughing. So why are we pretending that we're trying to have it? What are we doing? What's going on? Okay. It was the I always need attention type of person. Okay. We always need to be talking about me type of person. You guys see how I am with people. These don't come from a vacuum. I have experience with all these types of people, which is how I know I don't get along with them. Okay. Almost every single dude, when I tell you every single, Amanda, it almost happened. Every single fucking time I saw her, underage sex as a flex. That's the thing. It wasn't even underage sex because she wasn't having it. It wasn't happening. It almost did. What? We've got homework. What are we talking about? I was a loser in school. And you know what? I was a proud loser in school because I was traumatized. But no, God, she transferred. So we went to different middle schools and different high schools. We were in the same Girl Scout troop. And then my sophomore year, I think it was, she transferred to our high school. And I warned everyone in my friend group. Because I was like, she's going to come around because she knows a few of us from elementary school. Okay. And I'm warning you now, do not tell her anything personal about yourselves. Do not give her any personal trauma, any personal baggage, any boyfriend issues. Don't tell her anything because she's going to give you a lot. And as soon as you two fight, she's going to throw it in your face. Do two of my friends listen to me? Absolutely the fuck not. One of them was also, they were both crazy. That's right. Yeah, well, one wasn't crazy. One just straight up ghosted us all. She got moved forcibly by her parents to another state and fully abandoned this whole friend group. When we were genuinely worried about her that she'd been human trafficked. And she was like, yeah, I'm in a different school now. I have new friends. Okay, bye. And then she hit me up years later because she was selling Mary Kay. So everyone warned me. They were like, Amanda, she's in town. She's trying to sell Mary Kay. So people she has not spoken to in 4 years, she called trying to sell us Mary Kay. And then this other girl was the one that was super religious and told me that I should be on a list for being bisexual. And that I was going to hell for thinking that aliens might be real. So you know what? When everyone's like, why do you hate Orange County? There's so many things that I hate about Orange County. But... So they made friends with her and told her all this stuff, but she had apparently been bragging to them. She kept making different stories for different people in this group. She did stay away from me for the most part because I stayed away. I just straight up was gotta go study, whatever. Or I'm gonna go work on sets for the film department. I don't know. And so she told one girl in our group that because she had a mole on her cheek, she kept telling them that she had cancer, that it was cancerous and that she was going through chemo. She was not. So that was one group. And then this group, she kept saying that she had a boyfriend who went to Mater Dei, which is another school in outside of our district. And the necklace she wore was a gift from him. And they were so together and all this stuff. Well, they realized what I had warned them. I was like, she's going to lie to you a lot. And they were like, this story doesn't make sense. And apparently one of them was hanging out with like one of their friends that like had a bunch of group of people that went to school there. It was like, oh, do you know, like, Roger, it's not his name. Do you know Roger? Oh yeah, I know Roger. Yeah, hey, I know your girlfriend, this girl. And he was like, that's not my girlfriend. She told you we're dating? I barely know her. What do you mean? And this is not a like secretly dating thing. And because we know this, because he texted her and was like, hey, I have a girlfriend. Why are you telling people that we're dating? I have a girlfriend. She goes to Mater Dei with me. What are we talking about? So they, friends, also confront girl. Why did you lie to us about the fact that you were dating this guy? That's weird. What? So sure enough, she takes everything they've told her. Well, when are we going to talk about the fact that you have a drug problem? When are we going to talk about the fact that you've had an abortion? They both came to me and they were like, so you were right. And I was like, you don't say, respectfully. It's like, what do you mean? The thing I said was going to happen happened. Okay, so I hate this girl for a variety of reasons, okay? We were in different schools. She stayed away from me for most of the rest of high school. We had one class together ever in those 3 years of the time that she was at my high school. And she never did any work. Anytime that she had to, like, do a presentation or something, she would, like, give herself a panic attack, like, visually, she'd be fine, and then forcibly cause herself to have a panic attack. So the teacher just stopped calling on her for things. Which, low-key, I respect the commitment to the bit, but at a certain point, we're just wasting each other's time, you know? Oh, I see. All right, while we're talking, I have to make an edit. Download. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, hang on. One moment. There's that, and sorry, I'm listening. I'm just okay. So graduate. Managed to not even get a picture with her, but I didn't get a picture with anyone. It's a whole thing. A few years later, I am leaving. I'm about to leave my retail job to go work at the coffee shop, okay? And I was really nervous because I had never quit a job before, okay? And it was the night before my shift. So it was my last shift, and then the next day I was gonna come in and like hand in my 2 weeks notice, basically, okay? And my dad, I was like really anxious, and my dad was like, do not worry. I blame my father for this, by the way, because this is cosmic shit. I go to my dad and I was like, they're gonna know that I'm like gonna quit or whatever. And my dad was like, don't worry, you're making the right, something's gonna happen tonight that's gonna show you that you're making the right decision. You're making the right choice. You're gonna know that tonight. Like, so I go to work. And who do I see an hour into my shift walk in with her mother? Sorry, hang on. Sorry. So I see her there. Okay, good. It's still exporting. I see her there, and I'm like, okay, I need to start the I need to initiate contact because I don't want her to have control of this interaction. We're in my work, you know. And again, I work at a baby clothes store. Baby and kids clothes, okay? So I'm like tidying things, and I'm like, can I help you find anything? In my service voice. And her mom goes, oh, hi. And this girl, hey, bitch. Loud as shit. Loud as shit. Loud as hell in my place of work. Yeah, it was time to fucking leave. Okay. So, anyways, this interaction continues. Her mom looks haggard, frankly. Her mom looked. I was like, God, is this what having a child like this does to a woman? This is horrifying. And that sounds mean, but like, I was like, I grew up with this woman, and I was like, holy shit, I haven't seen you in 5 years, and you look like you've aged 30. This is crazy. Okay. And I admit, I thought she was pregnant, this girl. She was not. It's technically her aunt, but they raised her as her cousin because it's technically her mom's little sister, but she was closer in age to us because her grandparents had her when they were so old. It was an oopsie baby. And so she was like 19 when we were like 15. And so she was pregnant, and that's who they were buying the gift for. And I was like, oh, okay. But they kept making like snide remarks about where I was going to school and like the fact that I worked here, you know? And so one, I'm glad I fucking left. And two, now I make YouTube money. Get fucked. At least she wasn't pregnant. She might be now, dude. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Sorry. She was almost pregnant. No. There's another one. Like, and this was like the... You know, it's just like she's the reason I coined this term consistent point of chaos because of her. Because she was not consistently in my life. But I could guarantee that every time she was in my life, it would be a chaotic, borderline exhausting interaction. Consistent point of chaos. Because I can always guarantee that when she's there, fuck shit will happen. Focus on my face and not on all my stuff. Thank you. One of those, yes. No, I'm fun and chaotic, but I also, you know, can pay my fucking bills. I don't know. All right. Hang on. There we go. Could have been the Virgin Mary. You're so right. I wish her well in maturity and to stay far away from me. Truly, that's where I'm at. So, how's everyone doing? Mary and Lewis, turn on my... I love blessing people with distance. Yeah. Like, because I do think I am a good person. I try. I really actively, it's an active choice I make. My kindness is a choice, okay? If you push me to a point, you're going to see that why it's a choice. You know, I choose every day to be kind. I can be not kind. And so I'm doing you a favor by making sure I'm nowhere near you. You know, like truly. Especially now in my adulthood. I've talked about this a lot this year specifically. I'm not coddling grown adults. I'm not doing it. It's just not happening. I'm so sorry. I am not the I just want to bitch and moan to friend. I'm just not that person. I'm so sorry. You want to be better. You want to like change your situation. You want to like have options. Great. I can do that. Let's make a plan. I will 100% support you in that. But if you just want to purposely choose to be miserable and not try and change anything about your circumstances, I am not that person. It almost balances out. That's good. I filed my taxes. I don't think my taxes are, I signed all the things. I don't know if I'm getting a refund or not. I know at least for California, I owe a chunk of money, but that's for like next year's payment. Like that's what we did last year as well. So I owe like $800, which is not that bad. Could be worse considering what my previous tax bills have been. So, but federally, I don't think I owe anything. I see it a lot, unfortunately, with especially Gen Z. Especially because, like, you know what? Nope, not putting this on the internet. Because we have nuance here. Other people don't. My point to do my taxes, I made next to nothing, but just enough to need to pay taxes. Yeah, you'd rather have the record. You'd rather get it done. I know it sucks, but, like, you'd rather get it sorted. Mark Rober's in Utah? I thought he was in SF. Be careful with Twitch, Amanda. They will clip farm you where nuance dies. I know. No, I just... Circumstances are a very real thing, okay? But as someone who comes from... I am a white woman, okay? I can acknowledge the privilege of that, okay? Both my parents are alive, even though I don't speak to one of them, you know? I am now a YouTuber. There's privilege in that, okay? But, like, prior to that, I was broke as shit. I'm a survivor of child abuse, you know? I have a learning disability. I couldn't read for a long time, you know? Again, the broke as shit element does feed into a lot, you know? But, like, I don't know. I always looked at how can I get out of these situations, you know? How can I make this better for myself, you know? Or work towards making something better. And sometimes it didn't work. You know, sometimes it didn't work. But, like, I think that's why it's hard for me to, like, be sympathetic to people that are like, oh, well, I can't do that because I am neurodivergent or I've X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, me too. Now everyone's circumstances are different. Yes, but I'm also like, Okay, but what do you want for yourself? Like I'm hearing why things can't happen, but what can you do? What do you want to do for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's just where I get frustrated. Like there's always the answers of why something's not going to work, and it's like, okay, well, you can, walk a little bit more, like little things, I don't think people who clip arm, yeah, I'm going to make them cry. They've taken out of context, yeah. I just said 21 times. I'm sure I did. Most of the time it's up to you to determine. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Let me use my brother as an example because he is a white man. So like I can use this example, okay? And we come from the same circumstances. For so much of things, he actively has the mentality if he's still 14 despite being 25, Like there are times where things happen and he's like, I just wish we had two normal parents. And I'm like, we're adults now. You can't, when you were 15, sure, we could do this. But we're not, no. It doesn't fucking matter that one of our parents is a psycho. Like, that doesn't fucking matter anymore. We're both out in the world. We both pay taxes. We both have jobs. He lives on the other side of the country, And it's like, yeah, but it sucks because, like, I have friends that have, I'm like, okay, cool, I hear you. But, like, we're not, why are we doing this? What are we talking about? It's like, oh, well, it's hard because the X, Y, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now we're adults. Like the adult part doesn't hit with him. It doesn't click that he has responsibilities now, Or like if he wants to do something but doesn't have the money, he gets mad that my dad doesn't give him the money despite the fact that my dad was broke for most of his life and then found something that worked for him, which is now YouTube. He copied me, okay? And Grant now gets irritated that he hasn't blown up yet. And I'm like, well, you're not trying. He went to Houston for 8 days and posted one Instagram story. He didn't do seemingly any content from that trip. And I'm like, and I'm supposed to believe that you want to get back to being niche internet micro famous? Like, what are we talking about? Because he was at one point. If being a psycho is genetic, it's not. The alcoholism is genetic. The psycho part is not, surprisingly. And it's not like, again, let me be clear, okay? Our mother being a psycho, yes, has affected us both. But at a certain point, he wants people to come and fix things for him, and he's 25 years fucking old. No. He's also, I'm sorry, I have less tolerance for this because he's a man. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a woman, I dealt with this shit and I did it myself, okay? He's a grown adult now. He's 25 years old. He doesn't get to bitch and moan because his mom is a psycho who is currently sober, trying to be better. Good for her. Fantastic. Stay away from me. Cool. Okay? But like, he is on the other, if he doesn't want, he chooses to talk to her. He chooses to still have her in his life. I don't, and I live an hour from her. Like, this is like, it's the same shit with like the Taylor Frankie Paul of it all, okay? Like, so, like, yes, Dakota is a psycho, but you're actively choosing to still have that relationship with him. My sister's roommate is 31 and has moved to asking me for help because dad is not. Because your dad is not asking for help? I don't think I understand. So you still blame their parents for their current struggles, even though they can just walk away, get therapy, but no, let's stay close. Yeah, my brother is actively, I have gotten my dad to agree to pay for therapy for my brother. All my brother has to do is find a therapist. That's all he has to do. That step of finding, because he's in his state, and it's by state. So he has to find one that he likes, and my dad will pay for it. That's it. Still has not done that. It's been almost a year since I worked that out for them. It's taking responsibility for your own life. There it is. Sorry, gotcha. They have a mom they hate and dad isn't helping, and now they want me to help since I helped my sister. No, my brother fully has Arrested Development, and I've told my dad this. I've been very clear, but also this kid has never had a legitimate consequence for anything in his life. I came out as a 25-year-old fine. That's the last option. I know, which is why I've told my dad, I was like, you need to let him crash and burn at this point. So. But that's my point. That's what I'm hearing is you come from a YouTuber Nepo family, LOL. No, they all copied me. That's the thing. My brother was never a YouTuber. That was never what he was. He was on Vine and YouNow. And the thing that, it's funny because Lisa had a friend that was a talent manager, okay? And Lisa was like, do you want to meet her and see if she wants to represent you? My brother was like, yeah, sure, whatever. He was like 15. And it didn't go well. And she said, as soon as his audience grows up and is no longer attracted to like a 16-year-old, he's going to lose everything because he doesn't do anything. He would just sit here and be like, hey, what's up? Hey, yeah, I love you too. I'm not joking. This was the hair flip era. This was the peak Bieber hair flip era, okay? Yes, basic white boy shit, okay? So sure enough, by the time he hit 17, 18, kaput, okay? Your brother was a fuckboy. He is a fuckboy. I called him a fuckboy the other day because he was like complaining about this girl and how she treated him, and I was like, as he was like, can you believe she did this to me? I was like, what'd you do first? And he goes, okay, yeah, we slept together. And my dad, because we were at lunch together, and my dad goes, that's not what she asked. I was like, that's exactly what I asked, because I knew exactly what the fuck was happening with how he was describing this girl. 100% that's what happened. Sure enough, because women, a lot of us, are convinced that any man at any given moment could murder us. So it takes a lot for a woman to actively cause a problem with a man in a place like a bar. You know, it takes a lot for that to happen. And I was like, no woman does that in a vacuum. There's no, like what he was describing to me with her and her friends, I was like, there's no fucking way that came from nowhere. There's no way that he was just the nice guy and her friends orchestrated him seeing her with another dude and then shoo, goodbye. I was like, there's no fucking way. They're 25. This is crazy. Yes, this is the same brother. This is all the same brother. This kid is an asshole. That's the problem. And I'm supposed to believe that he doesn't have the ability to be a fucking adult? No. No. Oh, we just don't let links go through. It's not showing up on here, Kuna. No, I know that. But I am telling you that, again, his mentality, I see in a lot of Gen Z, and I get frustrated because I'm just like, okay, but what do you want for yourself? You're telling me what you can't do. What do you want to do? What do you want for yourself, you know? Yes, he was a professional fuckboy. He go to school. He graduated school. He's a film theory degree. Because he wants to be an actor. Why is he doing that in Boston? You couldn't pay me to explain it to you because it doesn't make sense. And every time I criticize this decision as someone that lives in LA, I get told I'm ruining his dream. What's the clip? The face I made, Kuna. Film theory, Boston. Yeah. Yes, film theory. Because they didn't have an acting program or a film degree. They had a film theory degree. So that's what he took because it was the only school. He got a degree. Sorry, he got a degree in Rhode Island. He now lives in Boston. It was the only university that accepted him after he went to junior college here. He would have said you're a hater because even speaking, he would spell wrong. No, I'm trying to crush his dreams. He also was involved in, he technically still is involved. He had an acting class that I was like, yeah, this is a scheme. This is a pyramid scheme. He was in an online acting class with 2 actors, and the total cost for like 2 months for like a 6-week course was like $1,000 for an online acting class. And I was like, that's a scam. And he was like, well, no, because these actors, like his nostalgia was like kicking in. And I was like, Grant, I do a 6-week in-person class, not currently, but that at its height, $425. Weekly in-person sessions with one-on-one coaching. So what are we talking about? And I was a hater and I didn't believe in him. And I was just like really trying to crush his dreams. You know, you understand, truly. I just don't get it. It's not like I'm in this industry and I know what's going on. Ugh. His college experience was partially on Zoom. He was doing, no, most of his class was on school. He had just started, he graduated in 2019, yes. Went to 1 semester at GCU, got kicked out, and then went to junior college in my area. I'm so sorry. The way you phrased, Amanda, are you still planning to be an actor? Like it's on my to-do list. Yes. No. I'm in the part where I'm making myself write my own things right now, though. Cheese balls day 2. I got, when I tell you it's a giant jar, it's almost like a beer thing of like cheese balls. So yeah, day 2 of cheese balls. It sounds like you're just a terrible sibling, truly. No, it's like, I made this joke the other day, but it was like my brother his favorite line is, "You're never on my side. You always take dad's side," or something like that. And I would just be like, yeah, because you're often wrong. like respectfully, this isn't like a sibling solidarity thing. I disagree with you. This isn't even just like I'm trying to be like an asshole. You're wrong. Michael Scott level of cheese balls, basically. And by killing, I mean $2 in a ball of lint. There we go. Okay, I'm glad you saw Undertone. So the director, it was a budget of $500K. That's his childhood home. So he filmed it in his childhood home. And then apparently mid 7 figures is what A24 picked it up for. And now it's doing pretty well at the box office. So. That movie was shot in a way to give me anxiety. Because I was looking in the darkness. I was watching it like this. Well, it technically won't be a month. Oh. Winter, is it you? Are you the one that's always in I think it's you. You're always the thanks for the video swell. Is it you? God, which one is it? It's you or someone else? Yeah, that's Winter. Okay, Winter. On the most recent video, you didn't do that. And every one of the members only chatters were like, oh my God, wait, we beat the comment guy. I mean, Joshin, that's how it's always been. It's always been you can make your own films. But everyone has gotten to the point where it's like $1 bajillion, you know? It was just really funny seeing all the commenters being like, wait, is Winter okay? I'm beating Winter. I don't even want to comment it because like Winter is gonna be missing. I read comments sparingly so I don't lose respect for people. Because sometimes I see comments and I'm like, wow. I missed this announcement. Meta announces they're shutting down the metaverse. Who could have seen this coming? They have poured about 80 billion into the project. Totally not on my bingo card. I just want the AI bubble to pop next. But I mean, hey, I'll take the metaverse for now. I'll take it. But again, like 80 billion into literally anything else. Literally anything else would have been a worthier investment. Okay, Forbidden Fruits apparently has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm very excited. Lily Reinhardt's in it, Lola Tongue. $80 billion and he gets to keep his job, yeah. You know, everything is awful. Yep. I don't know. As I said in yesterday's video, I'm tired of everyone trying to sell me a product that's not ready. Like, I'm really, buy our product, and it's a horrible product. On YouTube all the time, they should give you a toggle. I know. There is apparently something that is unfolding right now. I don't know how true this is. Why is that trending in California? Hold on. Sorry, I opened up Twitter. Okay, there's apparently a show. That's why the name Fabio is. I was like, why is Fabio trending? I don't have a clear answer. Another Duggar has been arrested. Josh Duggar's brother faces charges involving sexual activity with a minor. This is from TMZ. So the Duggars, God, what was the name of their show? 19 Kids and Counting. 18. It was like 17 Kids and Counting. They just kept changing the count every time they had more kids. Joseph Duggar from 19 Kids and Counting has been arrested and charged in Florida with lewd and lascivious behavior involving unlawful sexual activity with a minor, TMZ has learned. According to a press release from the Bay County Sheriff's, a 14-year-old alleged victim was interviewed and made claims about several incidents involving the 31-year-old Duggar that she said occurred during a family vacation in Panama City Beach when she was 9 years old. The sheriff's office says the alleged incidents took place in 2020, and the alleged victim said Duggar repeatedly asked her to sit on his lap before later asking her to sit next to him on the couch, covering them with a blanket. According to the police investigation, it was when they were under the blanket that Duggar... I'm not reading this out loud. I'm not reading it. Investigators say Duggar apologized to the girl afterwards, but her father later confronted him about the alleged incident on March 17th, 2026. Police say Duggar admitted his actions and was subsequently arrested and charged with lewd and lascivious behavior involving molestation of the victim, less than 12 years old, and lewd and lascivious behavior conducted by a person 18 years or older. Remember, Joseph's brother Josh was arrested back in April 2021 and charged with receiving and possessing CP. Josh was found guilty on all charges. That was like, he had like a fuckload of it. Like multiple terabytes, if I'm remembering correctly. Hate this so much. Hate everything. Can we just like, everyone gets annoyed at me when I'm like, kill all pedophiles. Because then people are like, but then children won't report their family members if it's them. And I'm like, I hear you. I still want those people dead. You know, so it's one of those things. Yeah, I had never heard of Jesselyn, but I didn't watch her video. I saw I saw like the thumbnail and then I saw people writing about her video, but I didn't watch the full video. There's been a few child influencers that have come out to journalists and like quietly said things, but they usually don't want their names attached because their parents are still like paying for their college or something. I think there's going to be a lot more though. Mm-hmm. What do you mean you think it's weird that people have kids on purpose? Expand upon that. Because personally, I'm of two minds. Because I would want everyone who has a kid to want that child. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've seen people who have been raised in families that did not fucking want them. And it never ends well. Okay? And then also I've seen situations where someone ends up pregnant when they should not have been getting pregnant or did not want to be pregnant. But circumstances, what have you, made it so that they couldn't, you know, terminate. And, you know, the outcome that comes from that, you know. Babies for content. Okay, that's a different thing. It's not always them, but they rank high on the list. I mean, there are plenty of channels. Like, if you watch any of the documentaries or the shows about, like, YouTube channels, like, the amount of people that will admit, yeah, kid number 3 probably had for views. Because baby announcements, birth videos, those do the best. I think you're talking about Piper's family. I think I didn't watch that documentary because I felt if it was about Piper, I didn't watch that one because Piper wasn't 18 yet when they made that. And they were talking about how like she's a victim and like her mom is doing this stuff. Meanwhile, she was still actively in that house and like things like that. I'm like, I think you wait until she can actually communicate with you, you know? Fair. I mean, I think that's a different story because there are people that do want kids because they want kids. Like, I do think there are valid reasons for having kids. None of them are my reasons currently, so I'm not having kids. It's 7 Supergirls. Do you guys want to see a pretty picture? Hold on. Look how pretty. This is my Google homepage. It's very pretty. I don't know where it's based. Salicornia herbaceae in Taepyeong Salt Pond. That'd be Thailand? I really don't know. It's pretty. Anyway. Ugh. All right. Okay. 7 Supergirls that I'm seeing right now only has 68K followers. Is that what you're talking about? These must be re-uploads because these look like old videos, but is this it? I think the original channel got deleted, maybe? Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, a bunch of these videos got deleted. Yeah, 5 years ago, exposing 7 Supergirls. Very basic early 2000s to 2010s YouTube content and would sometimes collab. Collab channels were huge in that era. Thank you for subscribing. Mischievous one, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Wah, 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 wah. Let's see. Unrelated to anything we're talking about. Oh my god, why did it? There we go. I don't know why it's so big. I'm sorry. I don't really want to get more depressed talking about, you know, girls being pitted against each other for YouTube fame. You know? Instead, we're going to watch people experience disturbing things in their backyard.
On October 22nd, 2018, a woman named Mattie Ann posted a video that felt extremely strange to everyone who watched it, and in the end, it turned out to be far more disturbing than it first appeared. For about 2 weeks before that night, she and her husband had been hearing these bizarre, animal-like sounds coming from very close to their house. They kept checking the windows, but they never saw anything. On this particular night, when the noises started again, Mattie was already waiting by the window with her phone in her hand, ready to record it so she could share it and hopefully get some answers. But what she didn't know was that she was about to find out what it was, or at least see where those sounds were coming from.
Probably a bear.
Hearing the craziest noises. Listen.
Is it a moose? It's a moose. It's definitely a moose.
I gotta check this out.
You really don't, actually. You don't have to.
Where the f did it go? What the
Hermes, what are you doing? Why do you have the worst flashlight of all time?
Hello? Is anyone there? Oh my god.
Is that a fake tree? Hermes, no digging. The breathing is stressing me out. But pretty moose, my god, the other mooses go, wah. Her breathing is scarier than whatever you might find. She got the asthma. Boop, boop, boop. What's going on?
Thought I heard those noises again.
I heard him last night.
I didn't see anything, but I wanted to just look.
Probably just an animal or something.
Yeah. I keep seeing all those cats.
Now, she did something I would never recommend anyone do. She went outside to check.
We're
She
past
thought
that.
since she hadn't
Already
seen
outside.
anything yet, maybe there really was nothing out there, and the sounds were just coming from somewhere in the yard. But that wasn't the case at all. When she went back inside and replayed the footage, she saw something that made her blood run cold.
Let's see
A
it.
strange figure was standing behind a tree watching her.
What?
And the moment she pointed her flashlight in that direction, the figure quickly pulled its head back behind the tree. She was shaking too much to really see it clearly in the moment, but now she knew one thing for sure.
I still think of
whatever
this.
was out there didn't feel human, and she and her husband might actually be in danger. And the next day, when they went outside to check the area, they found something that seemed to prove that whatever had been there wasn't normal at all.
They go between this
You're
bush
fucking with me
and
now.
our fence.
Now you're fucking
It's a
with
pretty
me.
narrow
Now you're fucking with me.
area.
Whatever it is, it's walking around barefoot out here in 20, 30 degree weather. It's not warm.
Okay.
14 inches.
Jesus Christ.
Heel to toe.
That footprint not only didn't look human, it didn't look like any animal I know either. At
Well, you're
least
an
not
AI,
something
so I
that
don't
should
trust
be
you.
out there. A 14-inch foot. That's something else. I don't really know what was in their backyard, but I'm pretty sure that when night falls,
My favorite is whenever people do fake prints, they always do like one or two. They never do like an actual trail of prints.
staying inside is a much better idea than going out to check those sounds again. Whether this was 100% real or just a well-made hoax, I'll let you decide. Jake is a subscriber who sent in one of his own experiences, something that happened when he was woken up by some very strange sounds. And this video, I can say for sure, is 100% real.
Oh, okay.
He and his brother took a trip to Mexico in December of 2020, staying in a national park outside Palenque, Chiapas, Mexico. Everything was going smooth until his brother woke him up at around 2 a.m. because of some extremely strange sounds coming from outside. It sounded like an absolute demon. He even said that while he was sleeping, he had been dreaming about dinosaurs. So in that moment, that was
The
only
robot voice, can
explanation
confirm
that
this
made
is
sense in his
100%
head.
real.
He grabbed his phone and started recording.
Okay.
Listen.
Hear him back there?
Every time this happens, we think it's like a malfunctioning frequency. It's like a broken emergency alert. It's someone fucking with you with like a modified bird caller, you know, like it's something like that. Because the sounds don't make sense. They sound added in. They definitely sound added in because these videos like this where there's a sound like this, they're usually not, they never show themselves walking around so you can hear the different pitches. They just stand and then like wave the camera around. It's too all over the place. Jurassic theme park. Hold on. There you go.
Bro, that's like right outside of him.
They really
bro.
didn't know what was going on or what
Bro.
those sounds even were. Since nothing actually happened to them, they eventually went back to sleep. When they woke up the next morning, the noises were gone, so they went outside to see what had been happening the night before. That's when they looked up into the trees right outside their cabin and saw a few howler monkeys. And suddenly, everything made sense. Those terrifying sounds were just the monkeys calling to each other. This really shows how creepy these animals
That's
can
a turtle.
sound, and how someone who's never heard them before would absolutely think something horrible is outside their cabin. Honestly, if he hadn't also sent me those photos, I probably would have thought it was a dinosaur too. On August 25th, 2016, a YouTube user shared an experience that had happened just 3 days earlier,
Teleportation?
on the 22nd. And it was unsettling not only for him,
Really?
but for everyone who watched it. He explained that for 4 days straight before recording,
Hold
he
on.
kept seeing a man in a black hoodie standing right in front of his house. The first time, he brushed it off, thinking it was probably just
Come
a
on.
drunk guy who didn't know what he was doing. But when the man came back the second day, everything started to feel
No.
a lot more suspicious.
Focus on me.
That's when he began to believe the guy wasn't there by accident. He was there for something much more sinister.
God,
He
I
told
cannot
his
get this
friends
thing to
about
focus
it,
on me.
but no one really believed him. Until August 22nd, when he finally pulled out his phone and started recording, getting the proof he needed for everyone to see.
There we go. Okay.
What?
I think I've seen this before. Okay.
The man was gone by the time he got outside, which kind of proves that he didn't want to be seen. Now
Are you?
he says
What
the
the
video
fuck?
is real, while some people think it's not, mostly because of the fact that he went outside even though he knew a creepy man was out there. Now, yeah, that's not something I would ever advise, but in some parts of the world where things like this aren't common, people do go outside to confront whoever is acting suspicious in front of their house.
If I'm gonna go and like intimidate you, I'm not wearing shorts.
That being said, I don't really know where the creator was from, and I also don't know if this story is 100% true. You
Of course,
decide.
this is dumb.
But if it really is, I just hope that was the last time he ever encountered that man. His last video was also posted in 2016, around the same time this one came out, so let's just hope he's all right. Now, if you got here, that means you like what you're seeing, right?
No.
So how about hitting that subscribe
These
and
videos
like
are weak.
buttons?
I'm actually bored.
And if you truly
None of
enjoy
these are
it,
good.
you might as well hype the video and click the bell icon to be notified when I post. Also, take a look at this awesome merch.
No.
Maybe you'll like something. This particular story comes from a Reddit user who shared a disturbing experience involving his grandmother and a neighbor. According to him, the neighbor is the operator of Baru Glamping, located in
Never seen the hype
Tanjung
outro.
Pling,
They say
Malaysia.
pay me.
Despite somehow gaining some popularity on social media, they are reportedly the worst and most inconsiderate neighbors anyone could have. The operators regularly
It's like, is he a
practice
vampire?
open
You think
burning of
all pale people
garbage
are
every few
vampires?
days,
I'm 100% a
and the
vampire, by the
smoke
way.
constantly drifts into his grandmother's home, which has greatly affected her health over time. Even though the family tried to address the issue civilly, it didn't help. The burning continued. One afternoon, the operators were setting up yet another open burn. His grandmother went to confront them, and a heated argument broke out. Suddenly, the operators charged at her, and one of them slapped her in the face. She tried to run, but the man pursued her, right in front of a camera that the grandmother had set up.
The fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck? Holy shit. Holy
The man
shit.
delivered a hit to the back of his grandmother's head,
His?
causing her to fall to the floor. We all know how dangerous a blow to the back
What
of
is
the head
happening?
can be, and for such a fragile woman, it could have been fatal. From the video, it's clear that his grandmother was crying for help. She is an 80-year-old frail elder.
What is happening?
And any hit could have been potentially deadly. The young man could have just walked away from the argument and handled it in a civil manner, but instead, he chose violence against a vulnerable person. They lodged a police report and took his grandmother to the hospital for a
Good.
checkup. Even though she reported pain in her head, neck, and back, and expressed fear for her ongoing safety, the attacker claimed he acted in self-defense, saying he was attacked first,
What?
which, let's be honest, seems very unlikely. I don't have any further information about what happened after this, and we can only hope that his grandmother did
I
not
heard-
suffer any.
Okay, so this is the neighbor, beaten by our neighbor after confronting them of open burning garbage behind her home. The neighbor is the operator of Baru Glamping, located near Tanjung Pling, Malaysia. Somehow they have managed to gain some popularity in social media, but I can say they're absolutely the worst and most inconsiderate neighbors to have. They have regularly practiced open burning garbage once every couple of days. The smog constantly flew into my family home, and it had greatly impacted her physical health since then. Even though we tried to communicate civilly, it's still no use, and they kept on continue practice it. We have been reporting the issue to MB and DOE, and even police department, but the authority only issued a warning after a letter to the glamping operator. It happened at today afternoon. Then, once again, the operators are setting up for another open burn. My grandmother went to confront the person, and they got into a heated argument. Suddenly, the operators, a young Malay male, charged towards my grandmother and slapped her in the face. Scumbag continued to deliver more blows. My grandmother escaped, but the scumbag did not have the intention to stop.
Any long-term health consequences.
Deliver one more hit to the back of my grandmother's head. Jesus.
This video happened on October 26th, 2013, when a man was just at home minding his own business. He wasn't a YouTuber in the usual sense. He rarely posted videos, and when he did, it was usually just about his collectibles, showing off his collection, and that was it. But in this particular video, what he uploaded was
You're not catching a bit in the making,
different.
we just do this.
He was
we
inside
watch
his
these.
house when, all of a sudden, he started hearing some very, very strange sounds coming from outside.
Okay.
So he grabbed his camera and started
This
recording.
quality is stressing
and
me
what
out.
he captured is something that, to this day, many people still don't know how to explain. Take a look.
Well, we were sitting around hanging out and watching TV, and cats were laying right here at my feet. Next thing you know, they get up and take off running, tails puffed out, so heard something they didn't like.
Okay.
Been some strange sounds. Heard a few bangs on the house, so they heard something they didn't like, so
Either way, cool app.
Yes,
Thank
I'll check it
you.
out.
Welcome in.
what's going on?
Now, if you got here, comment the word yard.
No.
Anything out there?
I don't understand. Aside from the video quality, what is so scary about this?
Dark. Can't see a thing out here. Obviously, should by my flashlight. See the trail. See the trail going up there.
Is it the sound? Sounds like a wolf. Thank you. Glad you like the videos.
It's coming from the light east of here. Down by the light.
It's wolves harmonizing. This isn't that scary.
First, these really weird howls came from the woods, and it really did sound like some kind of wolves, with the dogs barking back at them. But after just a little while, the sound became much more bizarre.
Okay. I don't know what that one is. The first ones were wolves.
People were left stunned, and so was he. No one really knew what that was, and there's no way these were howler monkeys because this was filmed in East Texas, less than a mile from Lake Tawakoni, where there are no monkeys at all. People started coming up with all kinds of cryptid explanations, but at the end of the day, nothing really made sense. At least, nothing logical. As for the authenticity of the video, I honestly don't know what to think. It was so random, uploaded to a channel that had never posted anything like this before.
We're skipping ahead. They sucked.
Now,
one's called
video
Luckiest
might show
Unluckiest
one of
Guy.
the luckiest or unluckiest encounters someone has ever had in their backyard. Something that's honestly unsettling just to think about. This guy, who calls himself JC, was on his porch, watching how insanely windy it was outside, and decided to make a cool video to show just how strong the wind really was. Unfortunately for him, that was the worst timing ever, because, look.
JC's going in. Holy. Holy.
He wasted all his luck on a cool video. He escaped something that really could have gone.
And look at what he's wearing, shorts. This is shorts behavior as I'm wearing shorts.
Extremely wrong, and it honestly feels like something straight out of a Final Destination movie. The sound the tree was making made it obvious it was about to fall, but because he had his hoodie over
Men are
his
weird.
head, he probably didn't hear the cracking just seconds before it came down. He did manage to survive this, and yeah, he probably used up all his luck for the next few years, but at least he's still alive. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more.
All right, we're gonna
You
try.
can also turn on the bell so you'll get notified.
We're gonna try Shadow Chronicles.
Just try to walk up to me.
Different AI voice.
Well, he's staring in what specific direction right now? Someone just tried the door. Hey!
That was
This
class.
first video comes from the YouTube channel Travel Snacks, who was wrapping up her time in Texas in January 2023
Travel Snacks.
after visiting her son and driving around Dallas, looking at different neighborhoods to possibly live in.
So my last video, I was in Texas and it was going to be my last day. I was eating my kolache and it was delicious, but then I just wanted to drive around a little bit more, looking for different neighborhoods, places to live possibly. But I drove around like 3 or 4 different neighborhoods. The first one just, I don't know, it was very nice, beautiful, but just felt very, to me, lonely. It just, is this working? Maybe it's just that I didn't really
Hang
see
on.
a lot of people walking.
1 second. Hermes?
What was that? What noise is that? That was a weird noise. Okay. We're gonna go back upstairs. You wanna come upstairs? Make it cookies.
Alrighty. Sorry. I thought I heard him like, it almost sounded like he was choking on something, but he was fine. So I don't know what I heard. Which is why I rushed down there because I was like, oh no. And then I got cookies and I put on sweatpants because my shorts were, I got like a chafe burn on my thighs because I eat. And from my walking around today in the heat, 'cause it's 90 degrees out here. Like right now, it's still 83 degrees right now. It's 7:30 at night. So my sweats were bothering me. That was scarier than 90% of the videos I watch. Oh, me jumping up?
Around. And then the next neighborhood that I drove around was really nice. Lots of nice houses, and I have a feeling that they're really probably expensive. And I want to live somewhere that's a little bit more vibrant, maybe. And then the third neighborhood I drove through was more my style of house in terms of size. Almost like little cottage style houses, which I think is very cute. But the 2 things that I noticed is that, number 1, there's no garage.
Okay, it sounds like she's not going to live here, but I want to make something abundantly clear. If you are a YouTuber and you're ever thinking of buying a house in a neighborhood, never do this. Never film a neighborhood that you're looking at properties in. Never do that.
Garages. It's just like a pull-up little driveway, which is okay because my van is tall, and if I find a place, it's gonna have to have a garage that's extra tall, which is probably pretty hard to find. And then that night I wanted to take my son out to dinner as just a thank you for helping me with fixing my pipes and letting me stay at his house for a few days and stuff like that. So we went to a Mexican food restaurant called Rayo's Taqueria. He chose it. He said that he was looking for a specific kind of taco, birria tacos, which
That looks like it slaps. No, I don't want tacos.
looked delicious. I just had a bean and cheese and avocado burrito. But when I told him to pick a restaurant, I was like, as long as they have good queso, that's all that matters. And this
Is there relevance to the story?
Their queso was so good.
She's planning to head from Dallas to Jackson.
So none of that was relevant. Not a lick of that whole intro was relevant. And that's right. I always wonder, why do we not watch Shadow Chronicles more? It's because Shadow Chronicles does this shit. To pad the runtime to 37 minutes, they just leave unnecessary...
Jacksonville, Florida, and she's decided to take her time with the drive instead of rushing through it.
We're not even in the same
That allows her to
place.
stop in different cities along the way without exhausting herself behind the wheel.
I'm not judging her. I'm judging Shadow Chronicles. Because Shadow Chronicles is compiling this footage of the creepiest things that happen in van camping encounters. Haha. So then you show us the creepy thing in the van camping. You give us the context and that's it.
Wheel.
Now, one of the things I've learned about myself is that I really don't like driving long distances every day. I don't like it when I have to drive like 5, 6, 10 hours a day to get somewhere. I enjoy driving, but maybe just 2 or 3 hours at a time. So I decided to just map out what the route is from Dallas to Jacksonville, driving 3 hours a day. So I just kind of put it in my planner. Okay, like I'm going from here to here on this day and the next day and the next day. So what I've learned is never to exercise or exert yourself to the point of pain. If I were to keep going, I'm definitely going to have some kind of back pull in my future. So I'm just going to take a quick walk, just get in some more steps and some more activity. And fun little fact, I forgot about this place. Like, I remember taking this walk before, this park, but I didn't remember where it was in the world. And then when I pulled up, I was like, oh, I've been here before. So I'm in Bossier City, Louisiana. And it's kind of a cold day, but because I've been skipping, I'm warm. So I'm just gonna take a quick little walk and then go back to my van.
Road life in a van means dealing with inevitable challenges. This includes possibly dealing with unknown circumstances that might affect one's safety, especially at night.
I'm about 3 minutes away.
So now we're at the point of the video.
Film a little bit of Bossier City, which is right near Shreveport, Louisiana. This, a Bass Pro Shops, is right next to Margaritaville Hotel. Oh, there's a kitty.
Hi, kitty.
Yeah. All right, this is a little better. Nice. This guy just tried to walk up
What?
to me. So, this. And then this guy with his lights that just flashed on me.
Oh, he's looking for a jump. Okay, this is not weird. He's too far away. So, okay. This in concept is not weird. She's doing the right thing. She should not let this man approach her. Because if he needs a jump, he is very far in the back. Maybe he was leaving, but still, this is a red flag. That light's too far away. This light's too far away. There's no other cars around. I also would not move my truck to come and give you a jump. Sorry. Sorry. No, it's not happening. In daylight, sure. Yeah, let me pull my car over. I don't have cables. Do you have cables? Let's give you a jump. You know, like, let's sort it out. I do have cables, but I'm not telling him that. At night, no. Sorry. Call an Uber. So sorry. I'm not helping you.
I mean, I feel bad because he's asking for a jump, but you shouldn't, as a man, approach a woman asking her for a jump.
Also with her van? I mean, it would work, but like, it wouldn't work well. Like, that's a really hot, It's weird to do it to a van, because like, it's just not, it's more difficult. You want a car that's lower, technically. Not even for like current or anything. It's just easier to maneuver the cables, you know?
There's 50 million other cars in this parking lot, and you can go into the casino.
So basically his battery is dead, it sounds like, so he needs a jump, which is where you use jumper cables to your car and their car, and you try and get the car to like literally jump start the car with another vehicle. I've done it, it's doable, but there are easier ways to do it. It's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends. But yeah, when the battery is dead, it's usually what happens. So he's at a Bass Pro Shop. I would walk into the Bass Pro Shop. Hey, I'm so sorry. I need a jump. Do you know anyone that's like got cables or anything like that? I would just walk into the Bass Pro Shop. I wouldn't be approaching random people in the parking lot. So he's really stranded. I would go to the Bass Pro Shop. Someone would figure it out.
And ask.
He's a man. He has options. She's a woman. She should stay in her van.
So it's a no for me.
Good. Good instincts. Smart.
Make sure to lock my door. What seems weird to me is that he's just standing there back by his truck. Maybe he's just frazzled, but if it was me, I would definitely go in to the casino.
Yeah.
See if there's like a security that could help. And I'm just scoping it out now because he had started to walk up to my van and then he kind of just stopped approaching me. But I don't want him to walk back over here. So I just want to make
Yeah, no, the scenario is weird.
Where did he go? There he is. He's over here.
The setup is weird because he's not leaving his truck to try and go find someone to help him. He is like trying to get someone to come to his truck, you know, which is weird. Also, with how far back, can I be honest? Can I be honest? This is me being paranoid. But I'm a solo traveler, so I have to be paranoid. I have to assume that everyone wants to hurt me until proven otherwise. So sorry. That is just how I have to travel. If I saw this, I would be like, oh, he wants to be away from the security cameras of the casino and the Bass Pro Shop. I would have to think that he is this far back because he thinks there's no security cameras this far back. Because he's at the very back of the parking lot. She's back here because she has a big-ass van. That's a weird spot for him to be in, to be doing all this.
Okay. Good job, guy. He's walking towards the casino.
There we go. Good.
So, these are the fun... Well, it's only fun if nothing bad happens, but these are the fun things that I like to do is to, like, have these little spy moments in my van, because I'm nosy.
Mood.
But it's also cool to be, like, parked outside of Margaritaville.
Margaritaville.
Alright. It's nice and quiet. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Living solo in a van also means staying aware of your surroundings, especially when parking overnight in public places. You're choosing unconventional spots to sleep.
I hate your voice. I'm so sorry.
Stay in some dispersed land, take some time to do some editing and clean out my van and do all the things, chicken wangs. Okay, bye.
She spends the day getting organized and handling every day.
I'm skipping ahead.
A while now, since I really did that massive breakout. That massive breakout really, it really got me. So this stuff hurts. Sorry, I officially have a... I'm gonna continue watching Pretty Little... Hey guys.
Campsites. When you're settled in for the evening, you're vulnerable in ways you wouldn't be in a traditional home.
Somebody just parked behind me. Hey guys. Sorry, my dog's not very friendly. This is a single campsite. Are you planning on camping here? Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah, this is site 2.
It's just people being shitty.
Were you guys all friends? Okay, my dog isn't friendly. Like, he's growling right now, so I mean, it's up to you, I guess, but I'd feel more comfortable if I was alone. Okay. Okay, they're leaving. Oh my goodness. I can pull the...
Is this it? Like, I get it's alarming because she's like settled in for the night and you're not expecting it, but like those are just people being shitty. Camping etiquette.
The Toby's not friendly card, and I love that he does growl. They're gone now. She said, I'm not sure if you heard this part. Sorry, the lisp. Well, we don't really like dogs anyway, so we'll just keep going. I don't even think she meant that, because no one doesn't like dogs. You like dogs. I know you like dogs. You like
As a solo woman, you have to stay alert to your
That was it. That was everything.
They have camped at before where things...
That was it. I'm so sorry. I actually know. Sorry to everyone else. We're not watching the rest of this because you're so bad at this. Anyways, we're watching... I've never seen this channel. This is Chezoid.
In the fall of 2020...
The way the voice sounds exactly the fucking same.
A woman named Lauren began noticing strange things happening on her property. Things she couldn't explain. Her backyard was surrounded by trees.
The voice sounds
but one
exactly
in
the
particular
same.
stood out. Unlike the others, it appeared lifeless, yet oddly beautiful.
What?
Framed by vibrant red leaves.
What?
Curious, Lauren took a closer look and noticed unusual holes and strange objects embedded in its bark.
What?
So I have a bunch of trees in my backyard, but there's this one that doesn't look like the
It's
other
AI.
trees.
It's an AI
So
voiceover.
I'm gonna go check that one out because it has pretty red leaves or flowers next to it, and it's interesting.
You mean nature?
I'm wearing my work boots, so in case my dog runs off, I'm not chasing after her barefoot. So here's the tree.
Doesn't look dead.
It's dead, but it's very pretty.
Okay.
And there's these weird things that are in it. I don't know what that's.
Is that what's killing
There's
it?
crazy holes that I like. But here's the pretty red things.
Leaves?
No, they're leaves. Those are leaves. Oh.
Okay, a skull.
I like you. What is that?
The tree caught her attention because of its eerie charm. Dead, yet visually striking. For nearly a year, nothing else happened. But in 2021, things took a darker turn.
So I'm walking around the fence line of my property, and I've noticed that someone or something has put something on pretty much all of my fence posts.
That would stress me out. I'll give you that. That would creep me out.
I don't know if someone's like fucking with me.
Yeah, they're fucking with you.
Or that this is something else. But like it's literally all like bones or like a creepy doll. I don't know what that is.
You know what? Actually, I take it back. I think you did this yourself. Sorry, because real talk, if I did this, my video would be very different. Hey guys, what the fuck? I woke up. Who did this shit? I'm calling Sparkly. I'm calling everyone. Did you do this? I'm not being like, someone did this around my property, you know? Like, the video is gonna be very different. What the fuck is, what's this? She's too calm. I call bullshit.
But like horns.
No, even if someone's fucking with her, like, she's too fucking calm. If this is a person doing this, you're scared shit. Because what the fuck does this mean? What the fuck do you mean? What's the alternative? Ghosts? A cult? That's also something. I don't like it.
Skulls, I don't know. I don't know if someone's fucking with me or...
See, she's too calm.
Something I should be kind of worried about.
You're kind of worried about?
At this point.
This is creepy as hell. I would immediately call my neighbors. Hey, did you see anyone on my property? Is there any weird stuff in your yard? Because there's a bunch of weird stuff in mine. Be nice, just know what a leaf was? Please.
Can't leave.
You can't live in nature like this and not know what shenanigans are going on, in my opinion.
While walking along the fence line of her yard, Lauren discovered that
We
someone
cook
had
chat?
placed disturbing items on nearly...
I just captioned the TikTok. This is a weird way to tell me I'm unk. Cover my property in bones? Bones?
every fence post. Bones, broken dolls, and other unrecognizable objects. It wasn't clear who was behind it, or why they seemed determined to scare her. Days later, more strange incidents began to unfold. She started hearing noises outside at night, but every time she went to check, no one was there. A few nights later, while talking on the phone with her boyfriend, the front door suddenly slammed shut behind her and locked.
Oh. This video is part of this shit? We've seen this video. Why have we never seen the yard? Is this the same woman? We've seen this one.
And nervously pacing.
Hi, doggy. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Nah.
Luna, come here.
Nah.
Sit.
This is all the same girl? Bro, turn your flashlight off. Why are you opening the No, we're done. Done. You're cut off. You're done. I'm so sorry. No. If the wood spirits get you, that's on you. Zero survival instinct. Not a lick of a survival instinct. Zero. Absolutely not. We're done. We're done. Because what do you mean you have all those security cameras and your first thought is, let's open the window? No, we're done. We're skipping ahead. I'm done. Sorry, girly pop.
Events remains a mystery. Who or what is trying to frighten her in such a twisted way? The next video tells the story of a man named Jeff Richards, who has been documenting a disturbing situation involving his neighbor for several years.
All right.
Since 2017, Jeff has been collecting video evidence of an unwelcome neighbor sneaking around his home at night and engaging in increasingly strange behavior. On September 30th, 2017, Jeff uploaded a video to his YouTube channel titled Creepy Neighbor Caught on Security Camera. It was the first in a long-running series, with the final video posted in 2021. At first glance, many of the clips seem fairly uneventful. Just a man walking around at night, not doing anything particularly threatening. He stays on his side of the fence, and his appearances are brief. Sometimes, he appears to be looking for something. And while this typically happens between 2 and 4 a.m., it doesn't seem too alarming.
Bro's just got insomnia. This is not that big deal.
But the more you watch, the more suspicious his behavior becomes. He frequently peers over Jeff's fence, seemingly interested in his property.
Yeah, I'm nosy as shit.
Though it's unclear what exactly he's looking for. In
He's
some
nosy.
videos, the man is seen carrying a rifle, reportedly for hunting
Okay, Chesloyd, you're burying the fucking lead.
birds, but viewers understandably found this unsettling. Things take a truly disturbing turn when the neighbor begins interacting with Jeff's security camera. At first, he just stares directly at it with a creepy smile. Then, he starts shining a flashlight into the lens, almost as if to say, "I see you." Eventually, he escalates to making rude
Yeah, he probably started seeing you posting these videos on fucking YouTube. I'd also start fucking with you if you were posting videos of me on YouTube.
gestures at the camera. In the comments under the 4th video, Jeff revealed that this man has been acting this way for over 30 years.
Then move.
When Jeff's children were just 6 and 8, he caught the neighbor taking photos of them near the side of the house.
Okay, well, fuck that.
Jeff says he reported the behavior to the police, but nothing was done. Viewers have speculated that the neighbor might be sleepwalking, intoxicated, or suffering from dementia. As a result of this ongoing situation, Jeff's family eventually installed a
My
tall
guess,
privacy
marbles?
fence. When asked for updates, Jeff confirmed that the strange behavior hasn't stopped. The neighbor still comes out at night, shines his flashlight around, and occasionally makes obscene gestures toward the camera, though now with longer gaps between incidents.
That's it?
A woman named Britt, who runs the TikTok account My Little Equine,
Oh, we've
usually
seen
posts
this.
videos about caring for her horses. But in one particular video, something is very different.
There's
She's
a
in
cow.
her backyard.
Pause.
This is the cow.
I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. At that, and then she started barking, and she growled. And when she growled, I kind of like booked. Where they buried all of their cats. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's the cows. The cow videos. We've seen these.
Literally just
Listen, if I had random cows showing up on my property, I would not be that mad. I'm so sorry. I'd just be like, holy shit. Betty. Come over for drinks again? What's going on?
come and hang out here all the time now.
Yeah, because they like your land. I don't know.
Like, why? They just kind of come and really breathe.
All safe. Go ahead.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hang out here and they just like stand and like.
Yeah, we've seen this. Like it grabbed her shirt or
On
something.
the sleep experience, or especially involving a small shed in the backyard.
The light is off. Everything is super tight locked.
According to her, no one ever goes near it, yet her dog constantly stares in that direction.
Yeah, it's probably a rat or
Every day,
something.
in every video, always the same spot. She found it odd, but never imagined things would take such a creepy turn.
I will admit, Hermes does this from time to time too. At our old apartment building, there would be times where Hermes would run up ahead of me, stop in the hallway, and then look behind me, but like block. He'd stance up. Like he was ready to swear something down. Scared the shit out of me every time. He didn't do it all the time, but when he did do it, it was consistent. Like he was watching something following us, but we were inside. But he would do like weird shit like this. He doesn't do it anymore. We're in a different building, obviously. But things like that, I'm like, okay.
One day, while playing with her dog, the shed door suddenly swung open.
The fuck is that with the dog?
Terrified, the woman slowly walked closer and started recording.
That was hella weird. There's literally no way that door just opened by itself. Yo, like, I really don't
Bro, get a knife and go investigate. Your dog is freaked out. What are we doing?
get freaked out, but that was really just.
Yeah, the dog not going in to deal with the problem is weird.
The door has a keypad lock.
Hermes would at least go do a lap.
Like, and it's actually hard to get in.
Y'all got gophers.
Dutch, where are you going? Don't leave me. There's like, what?
Why did you just jump like that? Why did, baby?
We've seen this once or twice. I'm just over it.
That could explain the... This video is proof, since my friends and family don't believe me. It was recorded on August 22nd, 2016.
Is this one we just
around
saw?
3 a.m. Bushes?
Yeah, it's this
no
one.
Knife or some kind of sharp object. Later, the woman shared the image on social media. The homeowner bundled up in heavy clothing, jacket standing. Was he hiding somewhere in the bushes? At first glance, it looks like just a man in a blue jacket standing in the yard.
Just a
But the
man.
longer you look, the more unsettling it becomes.
You easily can
His
see the
face is
knife.
covered
What the
by
fuck
a
are we
mask,
talking? He's
and
not
his
even
entire
hiding.
body is
What
bundled
do you
up in heavy
mean?
clothing. He's not moving.
Sorry, I hate these AI voices. The longer you look, the more unsettling. If you look closely, you can see he has a mask and a knife. Are you dumb? Are you fucking dumb? The first thing you see is the bright orange knife. It's almost like he got a comically large knife with a comically bright handle, so you would know exactly what he was holding in this image.
Just standing there, staring directly into the window. The homeowner took the picture and immediately ran to call the police. What's most disturbing is that in his hand, you can see what appears to be a knife or some kind of sharp object. Later, the woman shared the image on social media, writing, "Please, let your friends and neighbors know. I just want everyone to stay alert and safe. If you can, share this post. Screenshots are welcome." I'm not sure exactly what he was wearing, but he had on a blue jacket, black pants, a mask on his face, and he was holding a knife.
That's it!
This video was uploaded to a TikTok account called Sunwell and quickly went viral, sparking a wave of views and discussions. The footage shows large branches snapping and falling off a towering tree in the middle of the night. The person recording is standing in their backyard, clearly shocked, and points out that the amount of force required to cause such destruction goes far beyond what any animal, even a bear, could produce.
You can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me.
Is it just cold trees breaking?
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
This is okay. I'm over this one.
This is
we're gonna watch. Okay, we have one creepy videos.
On March 26th,
Terrifying police body cam encounters officers still can't explain.
deputies in Marion County, Florida, were dispatched to what was supposed to be a simple welfare check. The request came from family members who hadn't been able to reach 77-year-old Alice Trench. She lived quietly in a modest home, cared for cats, and shared the residence with her adult grandson, Nicholas. On paper, there was nothing about the call that suggested it would become anything more than a knock on the door. But from the moment the first deputy arrived, something felt wrong.
Flesh pedestrians is crazy.
Hey, I came out here to do a well-being check on someone, and when I walk up to the door, it smells like kerosene burning kind of smell, and there's no one coming to the door. I don't know how to explain the smell, but it does not smell great. It
That's
smells like
bad.
something like, it smells like kerosene. I don't like the friggin' smell of it when I walk up to the door. I only smell it when I walk up. I mean, I don't know what it is. It stinks, but it doesn't smell like dead people. It smells like, yeah, kind of chemically. I was
Yeah,
just
that's
hanging
code-
out front, and actually,
You mean like chemicals that would cover the scent of dead people? Could it be that, my guy?
back. There's a tall fence, but I'll see if I can stand over it. It just says she's been trying to call
It's
her
a
all
meth
morning.
lab? Ah, that too.
Hey, it's the 6412.
It just goes
Can you have
boom.
fire rescue respond? Like, when I walk up to the door here, it smells really bad, like a kerosene, propane-y smell. Awesome. They don't have to be 1018, but it's just funny smell, and I don't want to open the door and the house blow up.
The deputy hesitated. If there was a gas leak or accelerant involved, forcing entry could be dangerous. He backed off, radioed for fire rescue, and began canvassing neighbors to gather information. What he learned only deepened the concern. Neighbors hadn't seen Alice that day. Some mentioned frequent police activity at the home in the past, usually involving her grandson. Others recalled chaotic scenes, officers pounding on doors, shouting warnings. The deputy paused at that detail.
Hey, how are you doing today? Have you seen that neighbor recently? Not this one, 2 houses down.
Oh, Alice and Nick?
Yes, Miss Alice.
I haven't seen her, no. I don't usually go over there at all.
Gotcha. You haven't seen him driving in and out recently or anything?
Not today.
Did you see him yesterday?
Yeah, she goes up and down the street quite a bit.
Like walking or?
No, driving.
Driving? Okay, what does she drive? Is it the car that's in the driveway? It's like a dark, kind of grayish black Cadillac?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
It's her car.
Gotcha. Her daughter's calling worried about her, and I've knocked on the door and it smells kind of gassy, like propane. So I don't know. We're waiting on fire rescue.
Maybe go knock on it, maybe she...
No, don't knock on the door.
He gets in so much trouble. Does she know that it's a wellness check, maybe? Only because, the police are called so much because of Nick, her grandson.
Who's her grandson?
All I know is by Nick. I don't have anything to do with him.
What's he look like?
He's a nice looking young man.
Has he ever been found not with clothes on? See, kind of.
I don't know.
No.
I really don't know.
We found a young guy not too far down the road from here without any clothing on.
Today?
And he wouldn't tell us his name. We couldn't figure out who he was. It was probably about an hour or two ago.
Jesus. I know that the police have been there a lot, and I feel bad for her. She's raising him. I mean, he's an adult. He's not a teenager. But I know one time there must have been 15 officers that came down, and they were pounding on her door, and they were saying, "Louder, I'm going to bust the door down." She had to be scared to think.
That naked man from earlier that day, officers soon realized, was Nicholas Trench, the young man the woman was talking about.
I'm gonna hang out behind my car. What is it? You want me to tell them to send an engine, or are they already coming?
Is the house on fire?
It appears it's possibly a fire inside. Fire's making entry. It's smoking. The second they kicked that door open, smoke rolled out. So it was either smoldering or...
Fume-maxing is crazy, Dead Vinny.
But I'm not going over there because it smells bad.
When fire crews arrived,
Is there a woman dead
home,
inside the house? Is she
immediately.
stuck in the
And as
fire?
firefighters moved through the residence, the situation escalated rapidly. What had begun as a welfare check was now being treated as a crime scene.
Where's the woman you were looking for, my dudes?
Now, huh? Yeah, well, we just got the son earlier. He was running naked like a mile that way, and he lives here. I'm about to tape it up for crime scene.
Inside, investigators found Alice Trench deceased. What they discovered went far beyond a natural death or accident.
Here's the naked guy that we had to go out with.
Probably not. I was probably in the car.
There was a naked guy, I can't think of his name, last name's Trench. Nicholas. You know that daycare place on the right if you're heading towards the Oaks? It's like in the back of that plaza? Yeah. He was over there naked, and he destroyed the fence and was washing himself off with the hose. Shortly after that, I guess it's been about an hour and a half or so now later, I got a Signal 54 here for a well-being check, and I go up to the door, and I smell something that smells like kind of kerosene-y, but it made me a little lightheaded. So I went back up, and I knocked again. I smelled it again. I didn't feel right, and I was like, I called fire. And I guess she's in there on the bed that's on fire.
Spontaneous combustion?
Go to the woods to see if we can find any clothing or anything in the woods from here to the other place.
When you got here, was the door still locked?
I didn't try and open it because I didn't know if it was propane leaking or whatever.
So
I didn't
you
want
smelled something and said, "Hey, I'm not going in."
I backed out, yeah.
Okay. And you guys were originally called for a well-being check here. It's a hell of a day so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the first homicide?
First one on my own, yeah.
Alice had been killed, dismembered, and decapitated. Her head and arm were missing. Evidence suggested her body had been moved,
Missing?
parts
Where is
placed
it?
in containers, and water left running in the shower. A fire had been intentionally set.
No, the fire was
likely
set.
an attempt to destroy evidence. Near the front door, a kerosene can explained the smell that had stopped the deputy from opening the house himself.
You good in there? Yeah, I shut the water off in the shower just to preserve any kind of evidence that's in the shower. Other than that, I mean, I looked around. I mean,
who turned that on?
It was on.
I wonder who turned it. We didn't turn that on.
I'm sure he did it.
Okay.
Try to. So we're gonna be looking for a head and an arm because I did not see it in the bathroom.
Oh, great. And he was between here and that daycare?
Yeah. So we got a canine coming.
I was walking through the woods looking for his clothes earlier.
Did you see a head? Okay.
Did you see a head?
That's good.
Looks like a gas can or kerosene can by the front door.
So there's your smell.
That was the kerosene.
Pretty soon we'll become little pawns in this game.
You and me both.
That's it, pal.
Even for the smart people.
The wisers. I call them
Jesus.
wisers because they figure out why.
Skipping ahead.
Hey, how are you? Did you get enough to drink? Yes. Okay, good. My name's Billy. This is John. We're detectives here at the sheriff's office. What's your first name? Nicholas. And your last name? Church.
From the start, his account made little sense. He claimed he had been attacked by an unknown man. He said he woke up in jail with no memory of how he got there. He spoke about being scratched by something with long nails.
Yeah, it's the
He
killer.
insisted someone else had been inside the house when he arrived home. His story shifted constantly, sometimes blaming a former friend, sometimes suggesting he was hypnotized, sometimes claiming total memory loss.
Fought a man in the house. Next thing I know, I'm waking up with the fire alarms going off.
But you don't know who this person is?
I want to say it was wrong.
You want to say it was Robert. Why don't we take a break for a second? I want you to think really hard, because the important part is what happened when you got that you don't remember, okay?
Oh my God.
When officers arrived, they were immediately struck by the intensity of the situation unfolding in front of them.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, he was going through withdrawals, I assume.
Hey, stop. Right now. Stop. Stop.
What the fuck? Sorry, we're backing up. We're backing up.
Where officers arrived before the worst had happened, but couldn't prevent everything
Sorry, I skipped ahead too far and threw us right into the accident.
that followed. On March
God.
16th, 2024, police were dispatched to a scene already overwhelmed by panic. When officers arrived, they were immediately struck by the intensity of the situation unfolding in front of them.
I mean, like us. There.
Hey, stop. Right now. Stop. Stop. Relax.
He just jumped
John, he just jumped from the banister again. Relax. What's going on? Why are you jumping like that? Are you hurt?
A man was positioned dangerously close to the edge, and the urgency of the call was clear from the moment officers stepped in.
Is this manic or is this drugs? I can't tell. He's not, the way he's looking at this, like that. There's no, something irrational is happening.
According to his parents, they had contacted authorities after witnessing multiple attempts by their son to jump.
What's your name? What's your name? I'm Nick.
I'm not going to say it.
What's your name?
He's not.
There may be a back
What's wrong? Why don't you take a seat for me?
What's happening?
What's your name? Do you want to talk outside? What's going on? Are you hurt? You not talking to me is not going to solve anything. We have to figure out what's going on. That's not normal. Do you want to talk to me? Or are you just going to stand
Was
there?
that squaring up? What was that? Oh, yeah, yeah. Are you trying to fight?
What's his name?
Amish.
Adish?
Amish. A-N-I-S-H.
Okay. Can you not step towards me, please? He's back up.
Oh.
Hey, relax, relax. I'm not trying to fight you or anything, okay? I gotta make sure you're okay. All right? What happened today?
Stan Smogging the police. Good move.
Don't do this. Don't do this. It's not what...
They described the behavior as alarming and completely out of character. As officers worked to secure the area and speak with him, the atmosphere grew tense. He did not respond to verbal commands or reassurance. His posture was rigid.
No, he's
his expression
extremely
distant,
fucking
and his
out of
movements restless, as if he were fixated on something no one else could see.
You're not you and you don't have a
Then,
Snickers.
without warning,
The dog.
the situation escalated.
I'm not leaving it. I wouldn't do that. Hey, hey.
What the fuck? Why? For what?
The man suddenly lunged toward one of the officers, forcing police to act immediately.
Was there something in his
He was
hand?
restrained and taken into custody, as the risk to everyone at the scene became unavoidable. Afterward, his parents reiterated that this behavior was not typical for their son,
What
and
was
that
the
they did
point
not
of that?
recognize the person they had just witnessed.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
not.
later charged with aggravated assault on an officer
Yeah, no shit.
and multiple counts of resisting arrest. Still, one question remained unanswered. What caused such a sudden and extreme shift in behavior? Was it substance-related, a psychological break, or something else entirely? Either way, in this last incident, danger was immediate and unmistakable.
Jesus.
The next case lingered in silence, where concern grew not only from action, but from someone no longer being there.
And then come January, there was just no contact.
No contact at all come January.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, so pretty much the reason we're here is Craig's friends were worried about him because they haven't heard from him in a while.
There's cameras on the back side of this house. I'm sure she destroyed it if there was any.
Come and take it is on the wall.
Is that dirt? Or is that blood?
In a small mountain community in Cloudcroft, New Mexico,
Cloudcroft, it's a
routine
cool name.
rarely goes unnoticed. People know when a car hasn't moved. They notice when lights stop turning on at night. So when 60-year-old Craig Setford abruptly stopped responding to friends and family in January of 2025, it didn't take long for concern to grow. Craig was not the type to disappear quietly. He maintained close friendships, stayed in regular contact, and lived a predictable life. Months passed without a single confirmed sighting or conversation. No medical emergency was reported. No plans to travel had been shared. And yet, no one could say exactly when he left. Only that, suddenly, he was gone. On May 12th, 2025, deputies conducted a welfare check at Craig's home on Heather Way.
Deputy Ventura with the sheriff's office. By chance, have you seen your neighbors over at 97 Heather?
No, sir, I hadn't. I've been really worried about him
Okay.
since January.
Since January?
Yeah.
So is it like do they live here like part-time or is it like full-time kind of thing? Do you know?
Well, he moved up here. They moved up here full time.
Okay.
Oh, this was back about 2 years ago, and we were real good friends and everything.
Okay.
And we were both on the James Canyon Fire Department.
Mm-hmm.
And then come January, there was just no contact.
No contact at all come January? Okay. Have you seen any vehicles or anything? Anybody in there?
There was a black car that was up here, and they parked up there in the shop right there in the shed.
Yeah.
But they were kind of discreet.
Okay.
And they had Texas plates on it. And I seen them drive by a few times, but
Did you recognize the vehicle? Was it like something that they usually drive or?
No.
About like how often would you say you guys usually talk or?
oh,
you
he
know,
talked all the time.
Like was it like phone calls, messages, or just like in person?
Oh, he's want to help me do all this driveway.
Oh,
He's
okay.
want to help me do this roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys would hang out.
Yeah,
stuff
we were
like
real
that.
good friends.
Gotcha. And you said since January you haven't seen anybody.
Yeah, like I have a friend who like didn't respond to a text message for a day, and I literally was like, I'm gonna show up at your apartment. I'm showing up. What's going on?
Have you heard from him or anything like that?
Yeah, January, I got sick, he got sick, and then a couple of other people on the fire department got sick.
Okay.
And then it was after that, he just disappeared.
Okay.
I didn't know if he got sick and passed away, or I didn't know what happened.
Okay.
Because I ain't been able to talk to him or nothing.
Gotcha. All right, Mr.
I know his mom was in real bad health over in Breckenridge.
Okay.
And that's where they were supposed to move back to for the time being.
Breckenridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I was
definitely.
real good friends with him.
Yeah, that's what we're here pretty much just checking up on him, make sure that.
Skipping involved in the community.
How long has it been since?
Sheriff's office, answer cell! Search warrant!
Looks like you have an upstairs.
Can I be honest? A lot of these are sad, but I don't think they're terrifying. You know?
Small room, got a door. Small room coming out. Okay. So I'm looking to see if there's any cameras, but I haven't seen them.
There's cameras on the back side of this house.
Yeah. Which is
The LGBT flag is insane.
good if we find anything to...
I'm sure she destroyed it if there was any.
Keep it flying. Stellar decor choices they have here. That's a Confederate flag. Multiple Confederate flags.
Is that dirt? Where's that blood?
Inside the house, Craig Setford's body eventually was discovered concealed within the property. He had never left. His disappearance had not been sudden or voluntary. The careful wrapping and placement of his remains suggested deliberation.
Well, no shit.
Actions carried out over time,
No
not
shit.
in panic.
No shit.
The question was no longer where Craig had gone, but how his absence had been maintained for months without raising immediate alarm. As detectives reconstructed the timeline, another thread surfaced. During the same period Craig vanished, Deanna had made a series of financial decisions that assumed certainty that Craig would not return. A cash purchase of a property in Texas was completed quickly. No mortgage, no delay. Friends later said she had told them Craig gave her the money, but no record supported that claim. Then came the phone calls. A friend recalled a panicked call from Deanna in early January.
But what is odd is we have that kind of relationship for her to call out of the blue and just tell me that.
We're changing channels. Only because I don't think these are terrifying. They're just not, you know? They're sad, they're upsetting, but this is not outside the realm of like most crime. I don't think this is necessarily terrifying, unfortunately. So we're pivoting. This is a different
Chased
channel.
out by fake security. On September 19th, 2025, YouTuber 2Swag posted a video.
How swag are you? 2Swag.
That instantly caught the attention of the entire urban exploration community. The video documents his and his friends' attempt to explore the legendary Forest Fair Mall in Ohio, once one of America's...
Can I be honest? I feel like the urban exploration community, there's some collabs that I see in the space. I do think at least all the guys in the space fucking hate each other. Like, that's like a personal belief. I have no proof or evidence to back this up. It's just like I low-key think they all can't fucking stand each other, and I don't know why I feel that way.
First super malls, and 2Swag was about to step foot inside what
He
many
does
call
look like
the
he'd have the
largest
screen name
abandoned mall
2Swag.
in the United States.
There has to be at least one entrance somewhere, one way or another, that we could get into.
Their plan started simple: scope out the parking lot, stay unnoticed, and find a way inside without breaking any laws. But things immediately went sideways.
Yo, there's security right there.
As soon as you start
They're
fucking with
parked
closed
outside,
door,
but
you're
they're
fucked.
actually inside. I'm pretty sure there's two of them. There's one right there, and then you can't see the other truck, but it's right there. So, I mean... in his truck.
Before they could even reach the mall's main
Y'all are
entrance,
dumb.
a security truck suddenly started up right in front of them. In panic, the two bolted, sprinting across the cracked asphalt as the sound of tires rolled behind them. They managed to slip away unseen, but it was a harsh
Can, like,
wake-up
2Swag
call.
sound
If this
like
was
they
how the
whimper
night
when
was
they're
starting,
scolded?
it was clear this exploration was going to be a lot more intense than they planned. It's worth mentioning that Forest Fair Mall has earned a notorious reputation among explorers. Rumors surfaced online that the security at this mall isn't your typical mall cop situation. People claim guards have camped inside, chased off explorers with weapons like knives or pipes, groups, and that some might not even be official security at all. Stories of strange figures lurking in dark hallways and unmarked vehicles patrolling the grounds made the location almost mythical in the Urbex community.
So you guys can't really see it, but there he is, right there. Basically, he went into the parking lot, turned around, and parked right there. And then there was a door that we saw that might be doable, but now he's just right.
I wanted a podcast about Popiglia Island, so I wanted to see this
and entrances,
look like be a competent YouTuber channel. Ended up watching Yes Theory video on it.
Office itself.
Shit's coming. Go. Do we go in now? Yeah, right up. I'm leaving the gate right there.
Why?
Dude, I thought it would be decayed. It's like straight back rooms. What the heck? Yeah, we gotta be careful.
They waited for a shift change, slipped in behind one of the guards, and for a brief moment, they thought they were finally in the clear. That's when things went downhill again.
The scary part being the stupidity of men. You guys are so exposed.
Bro, I'm not supposed to be here.
You guys aren't supposed to be here. Yes, this is breaking and entering. Literally.
How did y'all get in here?
We found an open door.
Oh, y'all did.
Yeah, we did.
The door is literally boarded up.
We'll leave.
No.
The thing about the urban explorers is like they often have giant backpacks that are suspicious as shit. Like you look like you're gonna rob whatever's left in here. Y'all are running loud as shit.
They didn't give up. After regrouping and waiting an entire month,
They didn't give up. Like this is a challenge to conquer and not committing active crime. Sorry, hang on. My tax return has been accepted. That's fun. Oh, wrong email. Sorry, hang on. I'm sorry. I'm talking with my manager. I'll finish answering this tomorrow because I don't want to.
month, they made their
It's
third and
8:30.
final attempt. Same mall, same plan, but this time they'd push deeper.
Still open.
Push deeper.
I'm really nervous right now.
Because you're dumb.
I'm like stupidly nervous.
You're being stupid.
It all looks the same. Go. Should we put the rock? Okay. This might lead right into the security
leave this open over here.
Loud as shit.
Do we just go up these stairs? Why? We're supposed to go up these, but then that guy can see us if he's in there. And if we're feeling really ballsy, we can come down the stairs. I don't know what to do.
After finally making it inside, the scale of the place hit them. Endless hallways, dark storefronts, and silence stretching across empty atriums. But that silence
What?
didn't last long.
Get down. That's not getting down, you avocado.
As they turned a corner,
Why are
they
you
spotted movement, security, or what they thought was security, patrolling the floor. At first, they ducked behind cover, waiting for the coast to clear. But as they moved deeper in, they realized something was wrong.
So there's supposedly a guy down there, and there's a playground, and everyone gets caught at the playground. Since we're at the end, supposedly. We can't really see, can we?
The so-called guards weren't just watching them, they were blocking exits. The pair soon realized that every door they entered through had been recently rearmed with loud alarm triggers, meaning one wrong move would blow their...
You can just use the word booby trap to alert to intruders.
cover. Trapped and running out of options, they quietly retraced their steps, hoping to find another exit before they were caught. But the tension only grew as they heard footsteps echoing from nearby. That's when they ran into what might have been the strangest encounter yet.
That's construction noises.
What the f*** is happening? I don't know. I can't tell if it's from that way or that way. We don't want to go towards that way. That's where our locomotion is.
We're leaving.
You stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking.
Yo, he's full on chasing us, bro.
You fucked up.
Hey.
Close. Watch out.
Why y'all running? You was in here before, weren't you?
You're not.
No.
No. Yeah, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you was.
Their escape route, which was the same one they'd used to enter,
That's
was
just
now
a dude.
locked. In a scramble, Two Swag's friend managed to get it open, and they slipped out just as the man lunged forward.
Running ain't gonna get you nowhere, dumbass.
Where'd you go? Which way? Which way? That way. Wait.
After escaping, they realized they had barely escaped from what could have been a serious situation.
Yeah, 'cause
For
you're
most people,
dumb.
that would have been the end. But for explorers like Two Swag, this video serves as a reminder. It's not just the decaying buildings you need to fear, it's the things and people still lurking inside them.
You
Today,
mean the
we're looking
hired
at some-
employees? You mean the employees?
Some of the most horrifying abandoned building encounters ever caught on camera. Let's jump right in, right after you subscribe.
No.
No pressure, of course. Almost killed in abandoned house. In February 2019, a man by the name of Ekrem Uyseler posted a
we've
video
seen
on
this.
NBC News platform
This is
showing
the
what
death
stuck Matt
trap.
Nail up to
Yeah.
the second floor.
You don't see the knife up there?
Just watch.
Right here, you see the swire going over here?
Just watch.
Yeah, that's far.
We've
It's
seen
going right
it.
to your heart. It's on a crutch with a knife. How'd you catch that? Because I'm a bad mother. That's that. Yo, touch it. Let's see. Yo, cut it. You see that?
Look, come here, Scott.
So that's Scott. Come here.
Look at here. See this string? Oh, no, don't move. That's a booby trap.
Scott,
see this string?
We've
See
seen this one.
the broken glass over here.
Curiosity turns to unease as Ekrem traces the line, realizing it's connected to a crude contraption dangling above the stairs.
I see it. Yep. No, you don't see. Go to the other side. No, I see it. Yo, look
Trigger
at this
it.
wall. Look at the knife.
Crutch, dude.
See the knife? Oh yeah.
A wooden crutch, duct taped with a rusty kitchen knife, rigged to swing down toward anyone walking up. It's the kind of thing you'd expect to see in a survival horror game, not a suburban renovation project. Instead of running out, they decide to test it, carefully.
What is it? Oh! Yo, that motherfucker straight up killed you right in your head, dude.
With a quick tug on the line, the crutch snaps downward, the knife slicing through the air exactly where someone's head would have been. The trap worked flawlessly. Ekram's voice in the clip carries both disbelief and fascination. He even mentioned beyond the decay of empty homes. His first stop is an abandoned church. Faded graffiti stretches across the walls, shattered glass covers the floors, and scattered papers flutter near broken pews. The gaping holes in the floor mark where scavengers have ripped out air conditioning vents and copper pipes, the bones of the building stripped for scrap. Urbex Hill sets up a stationary camera on the first floor to catch any signs of movement while he explores below. But what that camera captures turns out to be far more chilling than he anticipated.
Upstairs.
As he makes his way into the basement, a loud slam echoes through the empty church. One of the heavy doors upstairs had just closed on its own. He freezes, startled, and immediately rushes back up to check. The door is shut tight, the same one that was open moments ago. Just as he examines it, a faint voice can be heard to his left.
At least I don't think it was.
What makes this moment truly disturbing is that Chris doesn't react. He presses on, and as the night continues, things only get stranger.
I mean, it's clearly not a heavy door. You said it was a heavy door. That's not a heavy door.
What does that say?
Look up, look around, you'll be dead, come to town. A poet. Let's see.
Leaving the church behind, Urbex Hill moves down Holton Avenue to the first abandoned home on the block. The house is swallowed by overgrowth, but there's a faint path leading up to the front door, a sign that people have been here recently.
Probably.
It's kind of creepy.
Look at the flowers.
There's a path going through here. Like a lot of people must walk back here.
Yeah, they probably do.
That's kind of sketchy.
Inside, the air is stale, and the walls are coated with dust. He moves through the rooms carefully, noting signs of a long-gone family life, torn curtains, scattered mail, and old photos. Upstairs, he finds a box of suspicious VHS tapes, clearly left behind decades ago.
Outdoor hardcore.
Sex appeal.
Satisfied with the footage, he decides to move on, but his next stop would be one he wouldn't forget. The second to last house looks more intact.
Why did we need to
outside,
watch all
but it's
this if there's
sealed off
nothing
from the
creepy in
front.
that one?
So, Chris circles around to the backyard, where an abandoned shed catches his attention. He recalls seeing it earlier in the day. The top door had been closed then, but now it's slightly ajar.
Yeah, there's probably people living out here, dude.
I'm gonna have to be super careful.
This is not scary.
Inside, the place is a mess. Trash is piled high, food wrappers, blankets, signs of recent habitation. He speaks softly, cautious but curious, making his way deeper into the structure. The creaking floors give away how unstable the place really is. Then, from below, he hears footsteps.
Still creepy.
That's a curtain. Someone lives there. Yeah, dude, someone lives there.
I didn't know nobody lived there.
Because you're dumb.
Around, but for Urbex Hill, it was the perfect opportunity for a spontaneous adventure, and maybe, just maybe, something worth documenting.
Okay, you know what? These are so bad. We're calling it. I'm calling it tonight, chat. I'm gonna go rot on my couch. Let's see, who can we raid? back to Twitch. Anarchy is still live, yay. She's still live with EXO. She's been live for 8 fucking hours. We're raiding Anarchy. Have fun, tell her to go to bed. Bye, have fun, make good choices. Bye. Did she get up? She did. I think she's either looking at her phone or she got up. Bye. Bye.